Say hi, Marvin.
Hi.
How old are you now?
8.
What grade are you going to?
3rd.
Are you excited for school to start?
Yes.
Did you have fun this summer?
Yes.
Isn't he so cute? Say bye, YouTube. Hello, and welcome back to Medic Loves Trauma, or Bite by Bite, with me, Mrs. Free. So today I wanted to show you what I've got from Amazon over the summer. I'm going to start with some things that I did not get from Amazon this summer. I got from Michael's or the dollar store. So from the dollar store, as you know, I am redoing my library this year. And with that, of course, I had to get book bins. So I got 20 book bins to start with. And I'll show you guys that process as I'm going to try and label my library. As you know, I did a donor's choose for $300 worth of books, and within 5 days it got funded. Yay! Yay, right? So I'm getting lots of new books. Plus this summer a bookstore by me was closing, and so they said come on in and get some free books. So I did. I got a lot of reference books, not really a lot of children's books, but a book is a book, right? I'm going to use it one way or the other. Something else, from Michael's, I got what every teacher needs. Every teacher needs sticks. Alright, these are just simple popsicle sticks. I get the thicker ones because I write names on them. I also use them for early finisher cups. So, you guys, maybe I'll make a video about that. But anyways, every teacher needs at least 1 to 2 packs of these every year. Alright. From Michael's, name tags that I've got this year, and I'm not using them. So I got lots of different colors, but I'll figure out some way to use them, I'm sure. If you have any suggestions, let me know. What would you do with these? They were supposed to be name tags because they look like luggage tags, right? So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those just yet. A Facebooker that I met, a fellow educator, was on Facebook, and so I got her book. I told her I teach 4th grade, and I wanted to know if this book would be appropriate for the 4th grade. And she said, well, you know, it has some figurative language, so you could possibly use the figurative language, but when I actually look in the book, it's not appropriate for 4th grade. Nonetheless, I'm going to let my one of my dear teachers borrow it. We taught 2nd grade together. Now she's in kindergarten and I'm in 4th grade, but we're still at the same school, so I'm just going to let her use it. Here's the author and her son that she wrote the book for. Like I said, I found her on Facebook, but she gave me the link to her Amazon. But if you want to go and find it, you can just type in, Mommy, the sun is pointing at me. Mommy, the sun is pointing at me. And this is what it looks like. Okay, now for everything else, I do not have prices. I'll try my best to be specific with what it is. That way you can go to Amazon and get it yourself if you are interested. With the revamp of my library, last year my library, imagine your standard shelf. Well, my library was one shelf full of books. So this year, hopefully, maybe I'll take up 3 shelves. I don't know yet. But even with the small library, I ended up missing out on books at the end of the year. So I said, well, with my library growing, I really don't want to keep losing books, quote, right? So I did an old school from Amazon, and I got, ta-da, right? And you just stick them in the book. And it automatically sticks. Just old-fashioned library cards, right? I mean, at least if I see that with my name on it, I know it's my book. So I got a box of those. I think it was like 100. It was a set of 100 that I got. And like I said, I can't tell you the price because I can't remember all the prices. So, also from Amazon, just like my books, my pencils, all that kind of stuff, my clipboards grow legs, right? And so I said, okay, let's try and find some clipboards that I have not seen before. So I got a set of all black clipboards. It came in a set of 5. It's just your standard clipboard, but it's all black, like front and back, right? So I know if I see someone with an all black clipboard, chances are it's mine. I'm still thinking about letting the kids paint on them, just in case someone else does have black clipboards this year. But I got all black clipboards. I got 5 of them, and I do believe they were like $16.99 or something like that. If you watched my classroom day 2 video, you saw that when the students come in, on their desk there's a little nameplate with a lot that I tell them not to write on, but they end up destroying them, with lots of goodies on the nameplate. So I went to Amazon looking for the exact same one, and I could not find them. So I found a pretty decent replacement. Just like the other one, there's a place for your name. I'm again going to ask the students not to write on them, but I bet they will. Hundreds chart. Then you've got your alphabet in cursive. Like I said in my other video, we don't teach cursive, but I do write in cursive, and it's nice for the students to be able to recognize cursive. Then you've got a ruler. You've got a number line, your standard colors, and then you've got fractions and decimals, which is all good for 4th grade. So on Amazon, this is called Reference Nameplate. And this specific one is for grades 3 to 5. Reference Nameplates, grades 3 to 5. And it has 36 nameplates. So it's fine for any size classroom. And I also got, if you remember from my classroom, back in my little reading area, there's a space on the wall. So my idea for the space on the wall was I was going to print out and laminate some really cool letters or signs or something. Or maybe Amazon has something like this. What I'm looking for is like a really cute quote. And I know there's one, but for some reason it escapes me right now. And it says something like, reading takes you places without ever leaving your seat. Or something like that it says. So my idea was to put that up in the corner. And then with that, I ordered 3 clocks. Because my idea was to then put times of different places. So like a time zone, right? I was going to 3 places that I've been. Czech Republic, Okinawa, Japan, and maybe the Midwest. Maybe we'll call this Kansas. And so that was my plan for that. What do you think? Would it be too confusing? 4th graders can tell time up to the minute on analog clock. So I don't think it would be confusing. The clock is and the actual classroom clock is in another place. But I don't want to confuse the kids at the same time. So what do you think? Would adding 3 different clocks with 3 different times be confusing for 4th grade? I don't know. But this bag I will tell you about in a couple of months. I am in the middle of talking to a company right now about a project that I have going on, and I'll say no more. So I'll tell you all about it. I'm so excited to tell you about it. I'll tell you all about it in a couple of months once we get everything finalized. So for today, that is it for my Amazon haul. If you have any questions, my darlings, please leave me a message below. Until next time. Peace.